Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network again. And we got another ball game, an afternoon game. Maybe you hear that the coffee is just finishing up its brew. We're doing something a little different today. We are deferring the other stuff, and we're moving to a second pot of coffee for the second game. We went through the entire first pot thanks to Kathy Harden in the first game, and we're looking forward to seeing how this goes down, the second pot, and it's a full pot. And we have a 2 p.m. start. I want to welcome you. And I'll be back in a few minutes with the lineups. It's the Atlanta Braves at the Cincinnati Reds, the third of a 3-game series. Atlanta took the first 2. I originally had thought it was a 4-game series. I went to great lengths to reconfirm, or I should say, confirm that indeed it is only a 3-game series. I didn't miss any games or anything like that. It was just up here where I would put it, I had it as 4, it's 3. And in this game, it's Ron Reed, the big right-hander who's won 17 for the Braves, and George Culver has won 3 this season. He's been used in both starting and relief, and he's a right-hander. He'll be going. I'll have the lineups in just a few minutes, about 3 minutes with the lineups. Oh, that is good coffee, even in the afternoon. And Kathy Harden has arrived, and we wish you a good afternoon, Kathy. I'm doing just a tad better today with the anxiety. I'm trying to go with the philosophy of not give too much of a shit about anything. And it's helping. And we'll also see, thanks to you for pushing me to stay on one pot for the morning game, I am playing this game here with a full pot. I'm not promising that I won't go to the other stuff at the end of the game. Who knows? But if I am able to go this game, I'd like to get back to ingesting the other stuff later, like a 5 p.m. or something like that, for the first time, rather than this noon routine. I'm going to go through the opening lineups, everybody. We're so glad to have you here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. The Atlanta Braves come into this game leading by their largest lead that I could remember in the NL West, 5 1/2 games ahead of the San Francisco Giants, who play later on this date. And the Reds are 14 1/2 behind, and they have fallen 1 game under 500. Let's look at our lineups for the Atlanta Braves. Leading off, it's going to be Felipe in center field. Batting second in left, Tony Gonzalez. Henry Aaron batting third in right field. Orlando at first base, the cleanup hitter. Rico Carty still out. Cletus batting fifth at third base. Felix Millan batting sixth at second base. And I like how the manager puts Millan. He'll put him second sometimes, but he also, he's a good second batter, good bunter. I think he's an A bunter. Yeah, but he's also good to have later in the lineup to get a base hit. Sonny Jackson batting seventh at shortstop. Bob Didier, the catcher, batting eighth. And the pitcher is Big Ron Reed, the right-hander who's won 17 games thus far. Oh, that is good coffee, no doubt about it. For the Cincinnati Reds, leading off, it'll be Pete Rose. Same lineup. They stay with the same lineup lately. He's in right field, batting first. Batting second is Bobby Tolan in center. Batting third is Alex Johnson in left field. Kathy Harden for the Reds. Tony Perez batting fourth at third base. I guess I'm for the Reds too. I'm giving up hope for anybody to beat Atlanta or Pittsburgh. I'm sort of not keeping my hopes up. Batting fifth and catching is Johnny Bench. Batting sixth and playing first base, Lee May. This hard-hitting lineup just goes on almost forever. Batting seventh at second is Tommy Helms. Batting eighth at shortstop is Woody Woodward. And the pitcher, batting ninth, the right-hander, George Culver. He comes in with 3 wins. He's been used as a spot starter and a reliever. And in about 2 minutes, I expect these Cincinnati Reds to take the field. They're in Crosley Field. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. If I'm able to do this, I will go with a late afternoon ball game today, believe it or not. And it's going to be Yankees baseball. That game could start anytime after 4. To me, that's like a night game. It's going to be the New York Yankees at the Cleveland Tribe. Al Downing for the Yanks. And Louis Tiant for the Tribe. Oh, that's good coffee. Any moment now, we expect the Reds to take the field. You just give me a moment here to clean my glasses. Very, very good. And these glasses have actually, I've adjusted to them perfectly. It's really something how they can do a quick test like that and get me fitted for some perfect eyeglass wear. And the Cincinnati Reds take the field. It's George Culver on the mound for the Reds. Again, the Braves have took the first 2 of this series. They are now 5 1/2 games. In first place and leading it off for the Braves is Felipe. Here's Culver now. Culver is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Felipe. That's 2-5 right-handed, and it's a base hit up the middle for Felipe to start it off. First pitch off Culver. Thrown in by Tolan. Felipe on first here to open it up. Now Tony Gonzalez is the better. With Aaron on deck. Oh. Culver from the stretch now. And the pitch to Gonzalez. That's 5-7 left-handed, and that's going to be a base hit for Gonzalez. Felipe rounds second and goes to third, and the Braves are off to an early start here. A 5-7 right off Culver's card against the left-hander. Gonzalez on first, Felipe on third. Rick DeBar has arrived. Great to see you, Rick. Here comes Henry Aaron. Infield back. Culver from the stretch. And the pitch to Aaron. 2-5, and it's hit deep. I know it. To left field. Back goes Johnson. It's a 3-run home run for Henry Aaron. The Braves get out to a 3-0 lead here in the first. I am so sorry, Kathy. That is, gosh. 2-5, and that was it, clean as can be. Henry's been underperforming. I believe he had 44. Yeah, he had 44 in real world. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Aaron, I think that's his 32nd, so he's been underperforming. It is his 32nd of the year. Home run number 32. Is in fourth place in the National League. Bobby Bonds in third with 33, Stargell with 34, Covey 45. Tough start here for George Culver. He allowed a base hit to Felipe, then the single to Gonzalez, and then the 3-run home run. And the Braves are out of the gates quick. And Orlando Cepeda steps in to face Culver. Here is the pitch from Culver. That's 1-5 right-handed, and he struck him out. 1 down. For Cletus. Oh. Here's Culver now. The wind-up and the pitch to Cletus. That's 2-6 right-handed. He pops it up to short. Woodward under it, 2 away. And here comes Felix Millan, 2 outs, nobody on, top of the first, just underway. If you missed it, Aaron hit a 3-run home run, his 32nd of the year. It's 3-0 Atlanta. Looks like everybody we're rooting for is losing, Kathy. Here's Millan now. Pitch to Culver. That's 6-7. Right-handed, grounds to second X. That's Helms, 223, 10-2. G1, E23, 4-8-11. And he boots it. Oh, an error by Helms. That's second. He is a E23, and that was an 11. So Helms with a 2-out error. We got trouble. Actually, it's Crosley. Riverfront Open the next year, but that works for me. Felix now is on first. He's not being held. Oh, Lord, with bench, he's a 1 to, even with not being held, he's a 1 to 9. Here's Jackson now. Felix on first, 2 outs. Three seven right-handed, taps it back to Culver, who fields it and throws it over to May, and the side is retired. But 3 big runs on a 3-run home run by Henry Aaron. After a half, it's Atlanta 3, Cincinnati coming to bat. Here's big run Reed now. Padded with a 3. Hey, no problem, Kathy. It still works. Pete Rose to lead it off for the Reds. Reed now with the 3-0 lead early on here. Reed is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Rose. 4-7, switch hitter batting left. He struck him out. Now Tolan. Whew. All right, Reed now. Into his windup. The pitch to Tolan. 3-6 right-handed, and that is a double down the line for Tolan. A 1-out double. Off his own card, it was a 3-6. Right before it was a 4. Now the Reds have a chance to make some of this up. They trail 3-0 here. Alex Johnson comes to the plate. Here's Reed from the stretch. That's 3-6, and he flies it to center for 3-6. And that's for Felipe. He makes the catch. Tolan will hold. 2-away. And Tony Perez in a clutch situation here. Okay, Reed trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Perez. That's 4-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that will retire the side. 2 strikeouts for Reed here in the first on a 4-6 right-handed. No runs, 1 hit, the double by Tolan. He was left on base. We've gone 1. It's 3-0 Atlanta Braves. Kurt Miller notes Ron Reed won 80 games in 10 seasons with the Braves. All-time leader is Warren Spahn, 356. Kid Nichols, 330. Phil Necro, 268. And Glavin, Schultz, and Maddox are next. I thought Maddox had over 300 wins. But I could be so mistaken. I guess not. He was a hell of a pitcher, wasn't he? He had 355 wins, Greg Maddox. Oh, okay, they were not all with the Braves. Okay. I don't know how many he had with the Braves. but he had close to 300. He had close to 300 with the Braves, just with the Braves. Anyway, we move to the top of the second. Here's Culver now. It's going to be Bob Didier to lead it off for Atlanta. 3-0. Didier switch hitter batting left. Okay, here's Culver, the pitch to Didier. That's 6-6. Left-handed fly ball center for Tolan, and it's 1 out. Now Ron Reed. Here's Culver now. Reed is a 1 WR. The pitch to Reed. That's 6-4 right-handed. That's going to be catcher X. And bench is a 1-3. That's 16-1. It looks like it's going to be a foul out, an FO if he doesn't drop it. Oops, I keep that. Yeah, 8-11. That's going to be a 3-11, and he makes the catch. It's in foul territory. Bench makes the catch, 2 away. And Felipe comes up, singled, came home on Aaron's home run. Felipe and Gonzalez opened up the game with singles, and then Aaron knocked them all home with the home run. 2 out on Felipe at the plate. Here's Culver. 6-7, right-handed, grounds to second X. That's Helms, 223. 223, that'll be 11-2 with Helms at second. It's a G1. Helms is a E23. I keep forgetting. Stay with that. That's 5-9, 10, 11, 23. Oh, he boots it. Second error for Helms today. He is an E23. It was a 11. And that's an E1. So Felipe's on first with 2 outs. And Tony Gonzalez is the batter. He singled and scored. Oh. All right, Kurt Miller. Maddox had 194 for the Braves, 133 with the Cubs. And with the Padres, he had 8. He had a 355. We thank that. I wasn't fact-checking you. I was just questioning it. I didn't realize... Wait a minute. 194. I didn't realize he had 133 wins with the Cubs. Holy shit. Lord. Here's Gonzalez with Felipe on first, 2 outs. The pitch from Culver. And that's 2-3 right-handed. It's a base hit to left for Gonzalez. Felipe rounding second, 1-17 plus 2. They let him go. And now it's a 2-out rally after the error by Helms, his second in the ball game. First and third, 2 outs, and here's Aaron again with Cepeda on deck. Culver. And the pitch to Aaron. That's 210. Oh my, there it goes again. Left field. And it's a 3-run home run. All of it is unearned. The second home run in 2 innings for Henry Aaron. All frickin' unearned due to the 2-out error. 6 runs batted in for Aaron, and his 33rd of the season. Let's look at that again. It was 210 right-handed. There it is. And I think that's what we hit the first time, unless it was a 2-4. I think it was a 210, but it doesn't matter. We've gone through so many people since then. And that's going to make it a 6-0 ball game. My Lord. And that ties him with Bobby Bonds, 33 home runs. What a crazy game it is already. And that's going to be it for Culver right away. That's it. I don't care if there are 2 outs. He pitched 1 2/3. 3, 4, 5 hits. Struck out 1. That error looked so costly now. 3 earned, 3 unearned for Culver. 2 home runs. When you're having a bad day with the glove, the ball just seems to find you. Indeed, that's from Rick DeBar. It's not you, Kathy Harden. It is not you. 6 big runs batted in here. Let's see who's coming in now. Karl, Rybant, and Granger pitched in real world. I would go with Rybant if there was such a card. And I'm just wondering if by chance Rhodes Scholar is here. Rhodes Scholar. We're waiting to see who will come in. Otherwise, I'll bring in someone bad. Rybant. His first year was 64 with the Mets. He pitched in 1 game. This must have been it. I'm sorry. For Cincinnati, he pitched in more games. He was 4.99. 4.99 ERA. I don't see Rhodes Scholar. I will bring in somebody else here. Oh, God. I'm going to bring Al Jackson in with a 6.81 ERA. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, Kathy. It's going to be Al Jackson coming in from the bullpen. He just has to get 1 out at least. And there's nobody on. And there might be a pinch hitter for him next inning. He doesn't get much action, Jackson. Aaron with 733. Lifetime. Matthews 493. Chipper Jones had 468. Okay, Jackson is ready. He'll face Orlando. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second, 6-0 Braves. And here's Al Jackson. Left-handed hitter, the pitch to Orlando. Pitcher. And that's a 6-12 right-handed, and he struck him out. Second time Orlando struck out. And the side is retired, but 3 more runs here for the Braves. And after 1.5, it's a 6-0 ball game. Ron Reed takes the mound. Bench will lead it off for the Reds. Well, if anyone can come back, it's the Reds. With these hitters, they just need the pitching. Aaron, all-time RBI leader, Miller notes. Kurt Miller. Okay, Reed is ready. Here's the pitch to Bench. Four, 6 right-handed, struck him out. That's the third for Reed. Now Lee May. One out, nobody on, bottom of the second. Here's Reed. And the pitch to May, 4-4 right-handed, flies to center X. That will be for Felipe, a 3-4. That's 17-3. F3, E4, 8-10, and he makes the catch. It's 2 away. And Tommy Helms is the batter. Here's Reed. This thing keeps buffering on me. This goddamn thing. Rhodes Scholar for the Reds. We were looking for Rybant. Dennis Rybant, 69 Reds, Rhodes Scholar. I hate to keep calling on you. If you'd rather not do it, it's okay, but we would like to use him in this game. Dennis Rybant. Here's Reed now. And the pitch to Helms. I brought Jackson in instead. 6-7 right-handed. That's a grounder. Oh, it goes through. Cletus couldn't get it. And if anybody couldn't get it, it would be Cletus. So Helms singles. It was a 6-7 right-handed, single 1-3, and it went through, past Cletus Boyer. And Woody Woodward is the batter. He played for both the Reds and I forgot who else. I looked to see. 2 outs now with Helms on first. Woodward at the plate. And here's Reed, the windup and the pitch to Woodward. And that's 1-5. He grounds it to short. And Sonny Jackson scoops it up, throws it over to Orlando. And the side is retired. There'll be a hitter for Jackson, Al Jackson. Let me get that for you, Rhodes Scholar. It's Ribant, R-I-B-A-N-T. And that is a one Dennis Ribant. And Ribant died last year. He was 81 years old. Dennis Ribant, the late Dennis Ribant. And it's going to be little Al Jackson coming in. See if he can get through another inning. It's 6. Here's Cletus Boyer now. Little Al Jackson struck out Cepeda to end the second. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Cletus. That's 1-8 left-handed. Fly ball center for Tolan, 1 out. And here's Felix Millan, reached on the first of 2 errors today by Tommy Helms. Very peculiar game thus far. Jackson gets the sign from bench. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Felix. That's 6-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. I'll tell you. Al Jackson, with that juicy 6.81 ERA, is retired the first 3 batters. And look at this, we go into Gmail. Look who's warming up. One Dennis Ribant. The right-hander, and we thank you once again. I'm glad. I hope it's no trouble to you. He lets up a lot of home runs, though. I'll tell you that. He is a right-handed pitcher, but it's a perfect opportunity to have Ribant come in the 4th after we hit for little Al Jackson. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Rhodes Scholar. Thank you, sir. This goddamn thing is buffering on me. He does it so quickly. God, this goddamn thing, I just, it pisses me off. Christ. And it's on my end. Okay, Jackson facing Jackson. We have 2 Jacksons here. 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Little Al Jackson. Here's the pitch to Sonny Jackson. This is lefty-lefty, 1-9, and he chops it to second. For Helms, he scoops it that time, and he throws it over to Lee May, and Al Jackson pitches perfect relief here. Who would have thought? He pitched 1 1/3. No hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts, no runs, and it will be Ribant. How do we like that? Dennis Ribant. Al Jackson pitched a 4-hour, 35-minute complete game loss to the Phillies. The longest complete game in baseball history, and that's from Kurt Miller. My guess is, was he with the Mets then? My guess is he was going to be with the Mets. Okay, here's... And there's going to be a hitter for Jackson. And it will be Chico Ruiz. God, this thing. Ruiz will lead it off here against Ron Reed. Okay, Ruiz switch hitter, Reed. Ruiz batting left-handed against the right-hander Reed. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 4-3. Switch hitter batting left, grounds it to second for Felix. And he throws it on over, 1 out. Dennis Rybant warming in the bullpen. Here's Pete Rose now. He struck out in the first by Reed. We'll get coffee after this. Here's Reed, the windup and pitch. To Rose, 2-10 right-handed, chops it to second for Felix again. Over to Cepeda, 2 outs for Bobby Tolan. Tolan doubled in the first, was left on. Reed gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Tolan. That's 4-4 left-handed, flies to center X. That will be Felipe, a 3-4. That's a re-roll on the 20 die. That's a 9-3 F2. And it will be a 4-18. Oh, and it's a 1-base error. Dropped by Felipe. Oh my, out in center. First error for the Braves. It's a 1-base error. Wait a minute. It was 6-12-18. Wait a minute. That is on an E4. That's a 3-base error. It's an E3. I'm sorry. So that'll be an F2 E3. That's a 3-base error. Woo! God knows how that happened. God knows how you do that. Tolan on third. And Alex Johnson comes to the bat. The Reds are down 6-0. Rybant is ready. Just finishing up his warm-ups. Here's Reed. The pitch to Johnson. That's 2-5. And that is a base hit, and Tolan comes home. It's unearned. But the Reds get on the board. What a costly error that was by Felipe Alou out in center, a 3-base error. Now Alex Johnson on first, 2 outs. It is a 6-1 ball game. Here's Perez now. From the stretch read. 1-7, and he struck him out. Oh, Tony. And that's the 4th for Reed. The side is retired. 1 run, an unearned run. 1 hit, the 3-base error by Felipe, 1 left on. We have gone 3, and it is a 6-1 ball game. I'm going to take a little break here for about 2 or 3 minutes while we bring in Dennis Rybant. Thanks to Rhodes Scholar. And Dennis Rybant is coming out to take his warm-ups. He is a right-hander. His endurance is 2. I don't know that he'll be really available to pitch too much. They have another pinch hitter coming in, but there's Dennis Rybant warming. I got that. I actually copied it as a screenshot to make it easy to get on there. I'll be taking a break for about 2 or 3 minutes. Thanks again. You know, gratitude. It's a collaborative process between Rhodes Scholar and I. The score is 6-1. We've gone 3, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to have another coffee, and I'll be back very shortly. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Pretty amazing how that card app can give you anybody. Jeffrey Guterman here with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm in Studio B. We've gone 3 innings. I'm only on my 2nd cup, which is kind of gratifying. And we're going to get set here to start the top of the 4th. And Dennis Reband comes in. Dennis Ryband, I'm sorry, the right-hander taking his warm-ups. It's 6-1 Atlanta, and it'll be Bob Didier to lead off. Bob Didier, switch hitter, he'll bat left against Ryband. Okay, here's Ryband now to get started. The windup and the pitch to Didier. That's going to be a 6-7. Against Didier, the left-handed, it's single 1-4. It is a base hit. So Didier singles off Ryband. And here comes Ron Reed. He's an A bunter. It's Didier on first, nobody out. From the stretch, Ryband. And he lays it down. And the infield stays back. He'll be an A. He'll stay an A bunter. And that's 6, and it's a beauty of a bunt. Hit to Perez at third. His only play is to first. Didier goes to second with 1 out. And here comes Felipe Alou now. A runner in scoring position. Here's Ryband from the stretch, and the pitch to Felipe. That's going to be 4-8 right-handed, and he struck him out. That's the first strikeout by Ryband. It was a 4-8 right-handed. That'll be 2 outs now. And Tony Gonzalez, left-handed hitter, facing Ryband. Gonzalez 2 for 2, came home twice on the 2 home runs by Aaron. Ryband now. And the pitch to Gonzalez. That is a 1-11 against the right-hander. And he grounds it to first. And that's picked up by Lee May, and he takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. So pretty good inning there for Ryband. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We're in the middle of the 4th at 6-1. Don't count these Reds out quite yet. Reed comes out now. And Johnny Bench will lead it off. Bench struck out in the 2nd. by Reed. Okay, Reed is ready. Here's the pitch to bench. That's 5-9, right-handed, grounds it to short X. That's for Jackson, a 331. That's a 5-3. G3 pound. Jackson, oh, I forgot again. 5-7-8 on a E31 at short. 8. It's going to be a clean G3. It's going to be a ground out. And there's one away. Here's Lee May now. I'm saving those cards. I'm setting up a special file, Rhodes Scholars. So if one of these folks comes up again, you've sent me must have sent me anywhere from half a dozen to a dozen of these already. I will have them easily accessible. Here's Lee May now. And the pitch from Reed. And that's 3-3 right-handed. He hit him. I remember in this 1971 baseball set, when it first came out, they had hit by pitch in the advanced side. I said, how cool is that? That's great. So it's May on, first one down. Here's Tommy Helms. Helms singled in the second. Here's the pitch from Reed. That's 5-5 right-handed. Fly ball center field for Felipe. And he makes the catch, 2 outs. May holds it first. And Woody Woodward is the batter. Ryband has not come out. Looks like they'd have a pinch hitter if Woodward reaches safely. All that trouble for one inning. Here's the pitch to Woodward. That's 4-9, right-handed. It's hit well by Woodward, but he has W power. It's a single. 2 asterisks. May goes to third and home. And they will hit for Ryband. Look at that again, 4-9, right-handed. And home run 1-6 off Reed. But he does not have the power. It was a 1. Let's see who's hitting. They don't have anyone. I mean, really, they have a Neiman. It's almost not worth pinch hitting. Ryband came in, 1-2-3, pitched the 4th inning. It will be Stewart. And I don't feel like bringing Granger in. I'm going to bring in Ramos with a 5.23 ERA. That's perfect. Pedro Ramos, a right-hander. Pedro Ramos warming. Here's Jimmy Stewart now. With 2 outs, first and third, they're looking for a big clutch situation here for Stewart. Oh, God. I feel like I better reboot after this half inning, folks, my computer. Here's Stewart, switch hitter, batting left against Reed. The pitch to Stewart. 1-8 against the right-hander, and it's a base hit. Lee May scores. Woodward goes to third. Stewart with a clutch single here. Pinch hit single. It was a 1-8 right-handed. Look at that. Big clutch hit to make it a 6-2 ball game. I'll tell you, I hate to do it. Karl pitched last game, but he pitched this game too. I might use Karl instead. I may use frickin' Granger, who's their ace, but I'll save him. I'm going to bring Karl in. I'm not going to play around anymore. I'm going to try to win this game for Karl is warming. So first and third, 2 outs here. Bottom of the fourth. And it's Pete Rose in a clutch situation. Here's Reed. Rose switch hitter batting left on the pitch from Reed. That's 4-6. Left-handed, struck him out for the second time. And the side is retired. That's the 5th strikeout for Reed. It was a 4-6 left-handed. The side is retired, but there was 1 run on a hit by pitch, a single, and then the base hit by pinch hitter Jimmy to bring May home. It's a 6-2 ball game. This game is far from over. Clay Karl is the new pitcher. Karl comes on out, taking his warm-ups. They've been using him a lot lately. Reds are now down by 4. It was 6-0. And it's going to be Henry Aaron, 2 for 2 with 2 3-run home runs. Karl is ready. Here's Aaron. Okay, Karl, the windup, and the pitch to Aaron. That's 3-4, and he walked him. That's one way to get around him. That's what I would call a walk, but I really didn't want to pitch to him. So Aaron is on first to lead it off. Here's Orlando now. Orlando has struck out twice. From the stretch, Karl, the pitch to Orlando. That's going to be 1-7, and he flies it to center for Tolan. And that's the first out. Here in the top of the 5th, here's Cletus. Cletus 0 for 2. That's 5-9 right-handed, struck him out. 2 outs. And Felix Mian comes to the plate. 2 outs, Aaron on first. The pitch from Karl. That's 4-7 right-handed, and that is a base hit. Oh, right past Perez. Oh, Aaron goes to second. 4-7 right-handed, single 1-3. It's a game of inches. So Felix on first, Aaron on second. Sonny Jackson, left-handed hitter, clutch situation. Here's Karl. Trying to get out of this. 2-8, and he chops it to second for Helms, and he fields it. You get a little nervous every time with Helms with 2 errors today, but he throws it over to May at first, and the side is retired. So Karl allows no runs. 1 hit, a walk, and both left. We are in the middle of the 5th. And Big Ron Reed takes the mound. Tolan will lead it off. Did I just hear my neighbor scream something? God, he's a weird guy. Oh, God. There he is. Yeah, that was him, all right. He is one weird guy. He's harmless, but he's weird as shit. Okay, Reed now facing Tolan, doubled, reached on a 3-base error, and scored in the 3rd. Okay, Reed is ready. Here's the pitch to Tolan. 4-8 left-handed, and that is a drive hit out. This is going to be a triple by Tolan, and it's not an error this time. Tolan with a lead-off triple off of Reed. A 4-8 left-handed. There it was. Triple 1-3, and it was a 3. And the fans love it. Here's Alex Johnson now with Tolan lead-off triple on 3rd. Johnson 1 for 2. Here's Reed. That's 3-7 right-handed. Grounds it to short. Jackson has it. And he will hold Tolan and throws him out. Johnson is retired, 1 out. Here's Perez. You would think one of these guys can get at least a fly ball. Perez has struck out twice by Reed. Okay, Reed from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Tony. That's going to be 1-7, and he struck him out a 3rd time. And that's the 6th strikeout for Reed. 1-7 right-handed, struck him out, almost homered. Lord. That's the 2nd time he hit that, and it's up to bench, a clutch situation here. Bench 0 for 2. Reed gets the sign from Didier, and the pitch to bench now. 6-5 right-handed, fly ball right. Aaron is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is out. So a leadoff triple left on base. I think the Reds miss an opportunity there. We've gone 5, and it's a 6-2 ball game. Here's Karl now in his second inning. Top of the 6th, Didier leads it off. Here's Didier, 1 for 2. This may be Karl's final inning. The pitch to Didier. That's going to be 5-8. Switch hitter batting left, grounds it to second for Helms. 1 out. The pitcher, Ron Reed, steps in. Reed 0 for 1 and a sac bunt. The windup and the pitch by Karl. That's 2-7, and he struck him out. Second strikeout for Clay. That'll bring up Felipe, 1 for 3. Singled and scored on Aaron's first home run, reached on the error and scored on Aaron's second home run, and then he struck out in the 4th. It's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Braves lead it 6-2. Karl is ready. He winds and deals. That's 5-10 right-handed. Fly ball left field for Johnson. And Johnson makes the catch. And the side is retired. It's still a 6-2 ball game, but don't count these Reds out. They have the bats to come back if they can keep the pitching going. Reed, his first endurance inning is the 7th. It will be May, Helms, and Woodward. Big Ron Reed has allowed 2 runs, one of them unearned. He let up a leadoff triple to Tolan in the 5th and got out of it. Here's Lee May to lead it off. May 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and scored the second run for the Reds. And here's Reed now. The pitch to May. That's 4-11. Right-handed. It's a base hit to left for May. So every little bit helps there. Lee May with a leadoff single on a 4-11 right-handed. To left field, thrown in by Gonzalez. Here's Tommy Helms now. Then Woodward, then we expect a pinch hitter. There is action. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to do it just because I want to. It's going to be Granger warming since he pitched in this game in real world. Granger, their ace, warming. He would be the 5th Reds pitcher. Here's Helms now. At the plate, Reed from the stretch. That's 3-3 right-handed, grounds it to first. Cepeda takes it to the bag, and May goes to second. So Lee May on second, 1 out for Woodward. Not an awful hitter, Woodward, the shortstop, 261 average. He's been playing a lot. Well, he'll probably get hurt this month. Only 200-something at bats. Okay, Reed, with May on second and 1 out. The pitch to Woodward. That's 4-6 right-handed, struck him out. And in a clutch situation, that's the 7th for Reed. There will be a hitter. in a clutch situation. It's May on second, 2 outs. Granger will come in. Let's see who's hitting. Karl pitches 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, no runs. Granger will be the 5th pitcher for the Reds. And there's some slim pickings on this bench. But we can always go with Pat Corrales, who hit a 264. I think Beecham hit in real world. And I think he hit in this game. We just use those as guidelines. But it might make sense to use him. Beauchamp did pinch hit. So did Savage. And so did Fred Whitfield. Savage and Whitfield are for the Birds, but we're going to have Beauchamp. I think it's Beauchamp, the right-hander, coming in to hit. It is a clutch situation for Beauchamp. He's coming toward the batter's box now. Here's Beauchamp, right-handed hitter, facing Reed, the right-hander. 2 outs. It's May in scoring position. They sure could use another run here, as they're trying to work themselves back from a 6-0 lead originally on the 2 3-run home runs by Henry Aaron. Here's Reed now from the stretch. The pitch to Beauchamp. That's 1-5 right-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, Reed has been tough. That's his 8th strikeout of the day. It was a 1-5 strikeout. My Lord, no runs for the Reds on the leadoff single by May. And he was left on base at second in scoring position. And there's a new pitcher, Wayne Granger, coming in. And see, Granger can keep them in this ball game. The Reds are down by 4. Never say die, unless it's something like you're down by 10 runs or something, or 8 runs. But they're down by 4. We're going to take a very brief break. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I am Jeffrey Guterman. I started playing Strat-O-Matic in 1970, and then I got totally into it through, let's call it early 1974, and then I completely dropped it because I got a girlfriend. And I tried it a couple times through the 80s, maybe once in the 80s and then once in the 90s. Didn't stick. And then when the pandemic hit, I said, damn it, I'm going to do it. I mean, this world, with all these people dying, and I'm lucky enough to be alive, let me relish life. And I actually started a 1964 replay. The 69 Super Advanced set was not available. It was reissued after I played about 250 games in the 64 replay. And boy, it took a lot of courage for me to abandon it. I wasn't yet using real world lineups through Baseball Reference and that. I just was not feeling very connected to that replay. And I got the 69 set, and we are in game 1648 of 1944. And I've made a lot of friends a lot of friends. Of course, Kathy Harden. I knew Kathy. Kathy, I think I knew you before I started playing Strat-O-Matic, but not very well. And all the friends I've made here, including Kurt Miller, Rhodes Scholar, Rick DeBar, who's been on today, just taking a gander. There's so many other people who are not here right now. I'm gonna go with my final cup of coffee. This is a different thing for me to do the coffee like this. I used to do a pot in the morning, and even a pot and 1/3 of a pot, 1 1/3 pots in the morning, and then I do another pot in the afternoon. I didn't think anything of it, but I got away from that to doing about a pot and 1/3 in the morning, and then going right into the other stuff. It's cannabis, it's medical cannabis. And starting right away. I mean, I start at noon, 1 p.m., but you know, Kathy Harden was very encouraging, telling me that I was out of coffee in the 8th of our morning game, and she said, you can do it without. She didn't say it in those words, and I did without. And I came out here at 2 p.m., start here to start the pot. And I'm doing pretty well. The anxiety is a little bit better than yesterday. Actually, it's a little bit better than any day. And I'm wondering if part of it has to do with resisting the cannabis, which can be anxiety inducing as a side effect. I still love it. And Granger has made his way to the pitcher's mound. Granger, I believe, is a left-hander, a right-hander, and Granger is taking his warm-ups, and he'll face the top, Gonzalez, Aaron, and Cepeda, and try to keep the Reds in this ball game to the extent that they're in it already. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. This could be the final cup. This could be it, Kathy. I have a beef and rice meal for later. I have watermelon. A few milk duds left over from yesterday, and of course, my favorite, Mike and Ike's. And those spam calls feed into my anxiety because, you know, I don't know what they are. I'm gonna go check what the hell that was. Hang on, folks, you may have a connection issue for a moment. Well, I don't even see it. Baseball call. Oh, there's a voicemail. Do it for St. Louis. Yeah. Is that St. Louis? Oh, yeah. Let me check out this voicemail. Rated garbage. St. Louis, Kathy Harden. Why St. Louis? Oh. Well, I'm so disappointed. Yeah, I'm hoping for a Braves loss. I'm hoping for I'm hoping Rhodes Scholar. Of course I am. I am too, and I'm hoping for a surge from St. Louis. Unfortunately, St. Louis has fallen after today's win by the Pirates. I think it was over the Cubs. St. Louis now has a 4-game lead. That's a lot better than the Giants, who were 5.5 out in the West. And I'm not really a St. Louis fan. I used to like the players. I used to like the whole history of St. Louis, but I was not really a big St. Louis fan. We're going to head now to the top of the 7th. Wayne Granger has taken his warm-ups. Whew. And he will face Tony Gonzalez. You know what? A genius, Mark Twain, his real name, I guess, Samuel Clemens, he said so many things. I'm not either, Rhodes Scholar, right? He said, my life has been full of misfortunes, most of which never occurred. So I just love the things that he has said, the wisdom and wit. Mark Twain, yeah. I'll say it again for those of you. My life has been full of misfortunes, most of which never occurred. It's a great saying. Well, here's Granger now. Top of the 7th. We're still on coffee. Tony Gonzalez, 2 for 3 today. Here's Granger, he's ready. And the pitch to Gonzalez. That's going to be 6-8, left-handed, and it's a base hit for Tony. His 3rd of the game. Pretty good hitter, Tony Gonzalez. To me, not one of the most well-known or colorful players in the history of baseball. Just, I don't know why, but Gonzalez opens up with a leadoff single off Granger. And here's Aaron, 2 for 2 and a walk. Granger from the stretch. And the pitch to Aaron. That's going to be 3-5 right-handed. Popped it up to second. He finally got him. Helms is under it. He makes the catch. He finally got Aaron. And that's one away. Aaron hit an even 300 in real world this year. 44 home runs. That's an MVP year for anybody. But look at him, a 1-15, a 1 in right field. But they gave it to McCovey, who had 45 home runs. And, well, that's the way it goes. So it's 1 out, Gonzalez on first. Here's Orlando now. Granger trying very much to keep the Reds as much as he can in this ball game. Here's from the stretch, Granger. Orlando 0 for 3. And that's 3-9 right-handed. Grounds it back to Granger. He throws to Helms at second to force Gonzalez. And that'll be the 2nd out, and Orlando is on first. Orlando, a surprising B. At least to me, I didn't know he could steal. He's being held. I don't know why they do that with bench. We didn't even think of it now. Orlando on first, 2 outs. Here's Cletus. Cletus is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Granger. And it's 3-7 right-handed. He walked him. First and second 2 away for Felix Mian. Clutch situation. Oh. Mian 1 for 3. And the pitch. That's 2-6. Oh, and that's a base hit. Orlando scores. Boyer goes to third. That's why they like to put him in this spot. And that'll be the 7th run for the Braves. A 2-out clutch single by Felix. Off Granger, 2-6, right-handed. There it is, single. Whew. And it's 7-2 now. Reds down by 5. This Braves team does not quit. Here's Sonny Jackson. First and third, 2 outs. And he's 0 for 3. Granger. And the pitch to Jackson. That is 5-11, left-handed, grounds to first X. That's for May at 3-12. That'll be 10-3, G2, E12, whoops, E12, 4-7-9. Oh, and he boots it. Oh, Lee May. Another error for the Reds. Lee May booted that at first, and Boyer comes in, it's unearned. An unearned run. Nothing going right for Cincinnati here. First and second now with 2 outs. And it is now an 8-2 ball game. Down by 6 again. It was 6-0. Here's the pitch to Didier now. 2-3 right-handed, grounds it to first. This time May has it. Takes it to the bag and the side is out. But 2 runs, one of them unearned. Pretty typical for this game. We're in the middle of the 7th inning stretch. It's 8-2 Atlanta. Reed has gone all the way, and this is his first endurance inning, Reed. The Reds have a tall order. They're down by 6. Rose leads it off. Here's Reed. And the pitch to Rose. 2-10 right-handed, grounds it to second for Felix. Throws it to Orlando, 1 away. Now Bobby Tolan. Bobby's had a good day, 2 for 3, a double. Reached on a 3-base error by Felipe in center, and then he tripled. Here's the pitch to Tolan. That's 3-4 right-handed, and it's hit well. Oh, that's a re-roll. Hate to do that. And it's gone. Tolan hits a home run. It's been a while, and if he gets a base hit somehow, he's going to hit for the cycle. A solo shot by Bobby Tolan. Let's look at that again. 3-2. Oh, wait a minute. I may have misread that. We're going to have I hate to do it, folks. We have a replay here. I may have misread that. I don't know if the dice moved. And we're going to get a little replay now. We are in replay mode here. Let's see what we have here. What the roll was. The Reds have a tall order. They're down by 6. Bobby's had a good day, 2 for 3, a double. Reached on a 3-base error by Felipe in center, and then he tripled. We are in replay mode. Here's the pitch to Tolan. That's 3-4 right. It is 3-4. Look at that, how I moved it. And it was a 3-4, and it is a home run. So we just wanted to be sure. We're going to come back to live action now. So it is a home run by Tolan, who's been the star hitter for the Reds today. I guess we could say. It's been a while since Tolan hit one. We had a replay. Indeed we did. And let's just enter this for Tolan now. He's in the leaders here with, surprisingly, with 27 now, tying himself with Jim Wynn. But let me just double check it to make sure the main list has him at 27. That is home run number 27 for Tolan. He is overperforming quite well. Tolan now ties with Jimmy Wynn for home runs in the National League. I don't know if you all can see that, but he's tied for 5th. It is now an 8-3 ball game. Whew, Lord. The play stands. Absolutely, wrote Scholar. The play stands. Here's Alex Johnson now. 8-3, down by 5. Don't count these Reds out. Johnson 1 for 3. Reed here. And the pitch. That's 1-8 right-handed. It's a base hit. And one more hitter walk, and Reed is fatigued, and Beanie and Cecil Upshaw is warming in the bullpen, probably their ace. He wouldn't be eligible for the save, but due to the disparity in the score, but Upshaw is warming. He pitched in this game in real world. It's Johnson on first, no, 1 out. And here comes Perez. It's 8-3 Braves. Okay, Reed is ready. Perez has struck out 3 times by Ron Reed. From the stretch, Reed, the pitch to Perez. And that's 2-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to third. Cletus to Felix to Orlando. And the side is retired. It was Cletus to Felix to Orlando. And the side is out. 1 run, though, on the home run by Tolan. That was a big out. Reed maintains endurance. We've gone 7. It's 8-3. Granger takes the mound. He allowed 2 runs in his first inning of relief. One of them was unearned, and it will be Big Ron Reed leading it off here. Here's Granger. 2-8, and he struck him out. Now Felipe, 1 for 4. Granger. And the pitch to Felipe. 2-7. Grounder to short. Woodward has it. Throws to Perez to May. 2 outs. And here's Tony Gonzalez. He's had a good day. 3 for 4. Granger now. And the pitch to Gonzalez. 6-8, left-handed, base hit Gonzalez. What a day. Gonzalez with 4 singles, 4 for 5. He's on first with 2 outs, and here's Aaron again. Aaron 2 for 3, 2 home runs, the walk, and he popped to second. Gonzalez on first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's 5-7 right-handed, and there is a base hit. What a day for Henry Aaron. It's a single, 2 asterisks. Gonzalez goes to third. It's 2 outs, first and third. Granger's first endurance is next inning. And here comes Orlando. Orlando 0 for 4, reached on a 4 scored. Granger. And the pitch. That's 1-8. And he popped him up to short. And that's Woodward to make the catch. The side is out. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Big Ron Reed, in his second endurance, he allowed 2 hits in the first endurance inning. Any combination of 2 hits and/or walks, he is fatigued. Beanie and Cecil Upshur are available. It'll be Benchmay and Helms here, bottom of the 8th. Let's see if Reed can regain his endurance. Here's the windup and the pitch to Bench. That is 6-12 right-handed, grounds it to first X. That is for Orlando 2-10. That's 2-2. That's going to be a base hit. That's an S1 for Bench. Orlando E10. Oh, we'll have to do it anyway. Better yet, let's just go look at what it is. I'm not supposed to pick them up. It's funny how it's second nature. Do you know what I mean? Let me get this back here. This is with Bench at the plate, leading it off. Here it is. This is playback, people. Okay, that was a 6-12. That's going to be the ground ball to first X. And now here's the roll. That's going to be a 3-5-6. 3-5-6. We're going to come back to Orlando E10 and a 6. It's going to be a clean S1 though, so it is a base hit for Bench. Try to get more in the habit of that. That's going to take some time. Bench is on first. He's a 1-12, not so slow. Here's Lee May now. Reed, one more hit or walk, he's fatigued. A leadoff single by Bench. Here's Reed. And the pitch. That is 5-9 right-handed. Grounds it to short X. for Sonny Jackson. Jackson 331. Here we go. Don't touch it. Don't fucking touch it. That's going to be a 4-3 Jackson at short. It's an S1. Now don't touch it. It's a 10-13 Jackson E31 at short on a 10-13. It is going to be a base hit. It's going to be an clean S1. And that will be first and second. Bench will go to second. And that's it for Ron Reed. That's it for Ron Reed. I forgot who the manager was. But he's being pulled here. It's going to be Beanie and Cecil Upshaw. That's going to be Cecil Upshaw coming in here. There's going to be a slight break in the action as he reaches fatigue. It's Cecil Upshaw. It's an 8-3 ball game. He's not eligible for the save. That's the way I score it. Reed pitched 7. No outs in the 8th. $11 hits. I would say for the most part he did a good job. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 8. And he allowed 1 unearned and 2 runs, responsible for first and second with no outs. And Tommy Helms, the batter, Cecil Upshaw, is on the mound and he's taking his warm-ups. And the first batter will be Tommy Helms here in the bottom of the 8th. Okay, Upshaw is ready. Here's Helms now. Helms 1 for 3. Upshaw from the stretch, the right-hander. And the pitch to Helms. That's going to be 4-5 right-handed. Fly ball right for Aaron. And he makes the catch. 1 out, runners hold. And now Woody Woodward comes up. Woody Woodward 1 for 3. These are not awful hitters, Helms and Woodward. They sound like awful hitters, but look at that. Helms hit 269, and Woodward hit 261. I mean, to me, that's not a bad hitter. They need a big hit here from Woodward. Okay, Cecil with 1 out, first and second. The pitch to Woodward. And that's a 5-3 right-handed. Base hit to left. This could score bench, but we probably won't, down by 5. It was a 5-3 right-handed single left field to Gonzalez, who's a 0 arm. Bench is a 1-12, will hold. And there's going to be a hitter for Granger. Oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I into? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My Lord, Granger pitched 3 innings? No. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing an inning somewhere. I think Karl might have pitched 2 innings. Yeah, he pitched 2 innings. Granger pitched 2 innings. He allowed 4 hits. Walked 1, struck out 1, allowed 1 earned. And 1 unearned. Rhodes Scholar for the Reds. They're going to bring up a hitter here for Granger, and God knows who they would bring in. And they're going to have to bring somebody in. Oh, my Lord. It will be Pat Corrales coming into hits. And unfortunately, really the only choice here, Kathy Arden, I'm really sorry, it's Pedro Ramos. I could always change my mind if they don't score anything here, or if they score a lot of runs here or something, but Pedro Ramos is warming. And he would be the 6th pitcher. And he is for the Birds. Here's Pat Corrales in a big situation here. One out, bases full. Facing Upshaw. Okay, Upshaw now. Full windup and the pitch to Corrales. That's 4-5 right-handed. Fly ball right. That'll bring in 1 run. Aaron under it, but it's deep. And bench tags. And that's the 2nd out. So that's the 2nd pinch hit. Run batted in today for the Reds. It was a 4-5 right-handed. Fly ball right B. First and second, 2 outs, 1 in, 8-4 now. And here's Rose. 0 for 4 today. Ron Reed sure had his number today, but now it's Cecil. From the stretch and the pitch to Rose. That's going to be 6-7. Switch hitter batting left, grounds to second X. Felix 117. 11-1. It's a G1. 6-10-12 E17. And he throws him out, and the side is retired. Rose 0 for 5 today, but a run. On 3 hits, Reed knocked out. Reed charged with that run. He ends up allowing 3 earned and 1 unearned. It's 8-4. We head to the 9th, and Pedro Ramos with a juicy 5.23 ERA. If you all want me to spend the time, I will go look to see if Jim Merritt or Jerry Adigo are sufficiently rested. Does anyone want me to go spend the time? I can even look at for Maloney to come in to pitch. If anybody wants, Merritt can relieve, and Maloney can relieve. Maloney would be the best choice. Does anybody want me to spend the time? It's up to Kathy. Again, they're down by the time I'm spending now. I could have done it already. It's 8-4. I'll just have to go through the schedule to see who when these guys started. In fact, I'll do it. Let me just frickin' do it, okay? Why should I put this on Kathy Harden? That's why when they're used in real world and we have it denoted, it's much easier. But let's take a look. Let's go back 2 games and then forward at least 2 games. What a frickin' game here. I know you all can't really see this. On the 6th, only Nolan pitched. On the 5th, Merritt started. He's not really ready. Now I'll go ahead 2 games. This might be a no-win. Here's today's game on the 8th. Whoops. Maloney is scheduled to start on the 8th. So Maloney is out. He's out. Arrigo. Arrigo starts on the 8th. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a doubleheader? Oh, shit, that's a doubleheader. He's not available either. The only person, and Merritt, I think we said Merritt had pitched. No, he had pitched before. No one's available. They're not available. No 3 of them are available. And therefore, it will be Pedro Ramos. I am so sorry. And poor Pedro, the butt of my joke. Here's the top of the 9th, Cletus. I've had it with the coffee. Had it with the frickin' coffee. It's 8-4. And Pedro Ramos is the 6th Reds pitcher today. My goodness. Rhodes Scholar said do it, and I did it. And it didn't work. It didn't frickin' work. It has been an interesting ball game, though, no doubt about it. Nobody's ready for that. Nobody could. Let's go, Pedro. Absolutely. It's a rare chance anyway. Down by 4. And here we go. Pedro is ready. It will be Cletus, Felix, and Sonny Jackson. We are done with the caffeine for the frickin' day. We have a second game coming up, probably 5 o'clock. The Yankees. I forgot who they were playing. It's Yankees at Cleveland in the midst of a series. Tion pitching, Al Downing for the Yankees. Okay, Ramos is ready. Here's Cletus. Cletus 0 for 3, walked and scored. Pedro. That's 110, right-handed, struck him out. So Pedro. Fans Boyer, here's Felix now. Felix 2 for 4. The pitch from Pedro. That's 1-8 against the right-hander. Grounds it to short for Woodward. 2 outs. We're all worried about Pedro. He's retired the first 2. Here's now Sonny Jackson. 0 for 4 reached on an error. Pedro gets the sign. And the pitch to Sonny Jackson. That's 2-4, and he walked him. Jackson is on. He's a B. They're not even going to hold him. I don't even have to roll for that with bench. Here's Didier now. I would if it was a World Series game. It's 1 for 4. Didier 1 for 4, 2 outs. Jackson on first. Here's Pedro now. And that's 2-7. Right-handed. Chops it to May at first. And May has it, and he throws it, and he brings it to first on the side is out. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. The Reds are down by 4. It's 8-4. And Cecil Upshaw, not eligible for the save, but it'll be the heart of the order. Bobby Tolan. Now he has a chance for a cycle here with a single. We had one cycle this year. It was in April or early May. I don't remember. I should have written it down. Willie Mays. And we have Dave Little for Cincinnati. I think are you a Reds fan, Dave? Bobby Tolan, 3 for 4, a double, a triple, and a home run. Reached on a 3-base error by Felipe. Here's Cecil now. And the pitch to Tolan. And that's 5-6. Left-handed. And that is a base hit by Tolan, and there's the cycle. Bobby Tolan has hit for the cycle here today. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, a 5-6 left-handed, double 1-6. But the only time I ever wanted a single rather than a double. And I'm gonna make a note of that right now. And by the way, I could easily find that out. Mays did it in April, or I have a special section here where I put special things that have happened. And it's Tolan hit for cycle on 9/7/69. I need to find Mays. You know, I really don't want to take up your time, but I know that in my DMs I could find that out. I'll just put in Mays also, because without the date, because I know for a fact he did. I'll call it May. That's the second cycle of the year. Here's Tolan now on first. He's an A. Being held, he'll be a 1-15. And here's Alex Johnson. It's the Reds down by 4. Been a very strange game indeed. Alex Johnson, right-handed hitter, Upshaw on the mound. History made today at Crosley Field. You had one for Barry Larkin in 1995. That's a great player. Okay, Johnson steps in, Upshaw. In his second inning. first endurance is the third. Here's the pitch to Alex. That's 6-6, right-handed. Base hit up the middle, off Upshaw. Tolan goes to second. I'm scared to even have him try for third. Down by 4, 1-17, 1-16. I will, and I wish I had like a roll that I could do. I'm just going to let him hold there. I know that's crazy, but the last thing we need is to have him thrown out. A big base hit for Alex Johnson on a 6-6 right-handed. And there's action in the Atlanta bullpen. Who knew that this would come out to this? Paul Doyle, the left-hander, Niebauer, the right-hander, are warming in the Atlanta bullpen here. They're pulling out all the stops here. First and second, nobody out. Tony Perez now. Perez 0 for 4. Struck out 3 times by Ron Reed, and then he grounded into a double play. Here's Upshaw. And the pitch to Perez. That's 5-5 right-handed. Oh! A fly ball to left for Gonzalez, and he makes the catch. It was hit well, but not well enough. Lord, that is a tease. Remember, folks, 5 o'clock, I expect to start Yankees at Cleveland. Al Downing for the Yankees and Louis Tion for Cleveland will be my third game for the day. And I'm hoping I can get through it. Here's bench now. May on deck. This lineup, I keep saying it, this Cincinnati lineup goes on forever through May. And here's Steve Aquilong. First and second, 1 out. Bench 1 for 4. Again, Reds down by 4. Upshaw from the stretch and the pitch to bench. That is a 1-3 right-handed. He grounds it to first. Orlando takes it to the bag, and the runners will advance. So it is second and third with 2 outs. Not enough for Lee May to tie it, but you could put him within 1 here. What a game it's been. A very strange ball game, folks. I'll do a super brief recap when it's done. 2 outs now. Staying with Upshaw. Johnson on second, Tolan on third. Here's the pitch to May. And that is 3-8 right-handed. And it's hit deep by May. Oh, and it's a 3-run home run for Lee May, and the fans are going crazy. Oh, my, oh, my. Lee May has hit a 3-run home run off Upshaw to put the Reds within 1. It's an 8-7 ball game. Oh, my, oh, my. Oh, the fans are stunned, but there's you know me, I'm a negative thinker. I say, okay. But, there's 2 outs, nobody on with Helms coming up. He's not a bad hitter. Stranger things have happened. If you don't mind, I'm going to enter this one. Lee May with a 2-out 3-run home run. What a frickin' game. Wow. Oh, Lee May. Let's enter this for Lee. We enter our home runs in real time. Lee May, number 23, it looks like. He's underperforming terribly with home runs. And that ties him with a bunch of people. I think he had 37. I'll take a look. The 23rd home run for Lee May. Too bad they didn't have bases loaded. That would have been something else. And Tommy Helms is coming up, and Helms has W power across the board. And this may seem a strange thing for you, but Ted Savage is coming in to hit for Helms. I'm going for any chance we have. He has end power. Savage has end power. He only hit 2 in 110. He's got nothing on his card. Well, he's got a little something on his card. And that's going to be it for Cecil Upshaw. And we do that for realism's sakes. It's a very intuitive process. Upshaw's probably better than anybody. Because I'm bringing in Niebauer. Upshur ended up pitching 1 2/3. After that, I think they're taking him out. Just to be realistic, I don't know what you all do. You can game the system here. You can game the Strat-O-Matic. We're going to swing for the fences, Dave Little. Yeah, and he's all we got. He's all we got here. He ends up allowing 3 runs. It's an 8-7 ball game. Ted Savage is the pinch hitter, and Helms is second base, and Savage plays second base. He's a 5. That's the last of our concerns. And here comes Gary Niebauer. We could bring in the left-hander, Doyle, but Savage is even more powerful against left-handers, and that's how you gotta keep the ball. You gotta cover both ends here. You've gotta cover for both teams. And actually now he's not eligible for the save because it would not be a complete inning. But Gary Niebauer comes in to pitch. He's taking his warm-ups. Ted Savage waiting. Niebauer is ready. What a game it's been. It's 8-7 Atlanta. 2 outs, nobody on. Savage at the plate. Here's Niebauer. The windup. And the pitch to Savage. That's 312 right-handed, and he chops it to second. Felix has it, throws to Orlando, and the game is over. Oh, Lord, what a game. 3 runs for the Reds in the bottom of the 9th. The final score, Atlanta 8, Cincinnati 7. Real tough loss for Cincinnati. Reed gets the win, his 18th of the season. Niebauer faced Savage and got him. Made him hit it on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ramos pitched 1. The loser is Culver. The final line, Atlanta 8 runs, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits, 8 hits, and 1 error. Cincinnati 7. Wow. Is this possible? Cincinnati, 7 runs, 15 hits. Yeah. Actually, this was 10 hits. Doesn't matter. I don't keep that stat. Thanks for the game, Dave Little. Steve Aquilung, Charles Caracciolo, what a finish. Rhodes Scholar, of course, and we thank Rhodes Scholar for giving us Dennis Rybant from the card viewer. The game got off to a funky start with Aaron hitting a 3-run home run in the first off of Culver, and then with 2 on in the second, hitting a 3-run home run. He had 6 runs batted in. It was quite a game. The other highlight, Bobby Tolan, hits for the cycle, second player to do so in the season. Willie Mays did it, and his card isn't that great this year. This is Jeffrey Guterman for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I have the Yankees at Cleveland. I'm not sure how far I will get through that game, but I'm going to move on to the other stuff. Kathy knows that. I want to thank everybody who's been here. And just look at my channel if you're interested. New York Yankees at the Cleveland Tribe, dated still on September 7 in our 1969 replay. Everybody, please stay strong. Stay well, Kathy Harden. And I'll catch you all next time. This has been a broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'll have the next game posted in just a few minutes. Take care, everybody.